Okay, so in the previous class, we have gone through an example of non-sway frame. Uh, we saw how to analyze the non-sway frame in the previous lecture. Let us continue with the same before we proceed to sway frames. So let us take another example. Let this be A, B, and C, and this frame is loaded with a UDL of 40 kN per meter on segment BC. Okay, uh, this is 4 meters, and the inertia for this member is I. This is 6 meter, and the inertia of this segment is 2I. Okay, E is constant. So we have to analyze this frame. So first you have to identify whether this frame is a sway frame or a non-sway frame. Now looking at the problem, here the geometry is unsymmetric. Okay, even the cross section of the members is also not uniform, is not uniform. Okay, so this but here this support C restrains the frame from undergoing sway. Okay, so but the frame is side restrained by fixed support at C. Okay, so this implies that our frame is a non-sway frame. See, if there is no fixed support here, suppose there is a roller support over here, then this roller will allow the frame to sway. So in that case it is a sway frame. But since it is fixed, or suppose there is a hinge support also here instead of fixed, then also it is a non-sway frame, because hinge will also not allow the frame to undergo sway. So it is a side restrained frame, so it is a non-sway type. Now, so this implies that analyze the frame in the same manner as continuous beam. Analyze the frame in the same manner as that of continuous frame, continuous beam. So first step would be restrain the beam, restrain the frame, and find x and x. This fan is loaded with 40 kN per meter VDL. Six meter, and PI is 2 here. This is 4 meter and 5. This is A, B, C, and D. Let this be MF AB, MF PA, MF BC. This is B, MF BC. This is B. This is C. And this B, MF CB. So you can find MFAB. Here it will be 0 because there is no load on segment AB. MFBA is also 0, and MFBC will be equal to minus 40 into 6 square by 12. How much is this value? MFCB will be 40 into 6 square by 12. How much is this?
120.
Minus 120 kilonewton meter, 120 kilonewton meter. Okay, now next step is to formulate the slope deflection equation. Note that here this is a beam support, so moment here will be 0, so we can use the modified slope deflection equation for segment AB. and for segment BC we'll use standard slope deflection equation. Formulate slope deflection equation and apply constraints. For member AB, length is 4 meter and I AB is equal to I. This is L. And AB equal to 0. Okay, we are using modified slope deflection equation. For bar and simple. And MBA will be MFBA minus MF AB by 2 plus 3EI by L into theta B minus delta by L. Now MFBA is 0 and MFAB is also 0, so this term will be 0 plus 3EI by 4 into theta B minus this term is also 0 because delta is 0. So your MBA will 3EI theta B by 4. Now this is number 1. Then for member BC, LBC is 6 meter and IBC is equal to 2I. Now here B is the intermediate joint and C is a fixed support, so we'll use standard slope deflection equation. So your MBC will be equal to MFBC plus 2EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. So MFBC is minus 120 plus 2E. I is 2I for this member and length is 6 meter into 2 theta B. Now theta C will be 0 and delta is also 0 because theta C is 0 and delta for this segment is also 0. Now since this is a big support, so here theta C will be 0 and delta C is also 0. Okay. So your M BC will be equal to minus 120. This will be 8 by 6 means 4 by 3 plus 4 EI theta B by 3. Mark this as number 2. Then M CB is equal to MFCB plus 2EI by L 2 theta C plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. This will be 120 plus 2E. I is 2I here and L is 6 multiplied by theta C is 0, so 0 plus theta B minus delta is 0. So M CB is equal to 120 plus 2 EI theta B by 3. Mark this as number 3. So we have formulated the slope deflection equations for all the members. Now next step is to apply equilibrium condition. Now note that here we have one unknown, that is theta B. Okay, you can see all the formulated slope deflection equations are in terms of theta B. Okay, so we have one unknown, so we require one equilibrium condition to find this unknown. So the equilibrium condition here would be the summation of moments at B equals to 0. So sum of all the moments at B should be equal to 0. So let the moment be M BA, this be M BC. So sum of these two moments should be equal to 0. At joint P, summation of moments at B should be equal to 0, that is M BA plus M BC should be equal to 0. So this implies MBA is 3 EI theta B by 4 and MBC is minus 124 EI theta B by 3. So this will be 3 EI theta B by 4 plus minus 120 plus 4 EI theta b by 3 equal to 0. Now you can find EI theta b from this. So EI theta b will be equal to how much? It will be 120 divided by 25. 120 into 12 divided by 25, that is 57.6. It will be 57.6. Okay. You take 120 on the right side, multiply 3 to this first term and multiply 4 to this term, and take 4 into 3 on the right side, that is 12. So it will be 120 into 12 divided by 25. So this will be 57.6. Now you have find the unknown. Next step is to find the final moments. So you substitute the value of EI theta b in all the formulated slope reflection equations. You will get the final moments. M AB is 0. M BA is 3 EI theta b by 4. It will be 3 by 4 into 57.6. That is 43.2. Then MBC is equals to minus 120 plus 4 EI theta b by 3. So it will be minus 120 plus 4 by 3 into 57.6. That will be minus 43.2. And MCB will be equal to 120 plus 2 by 3 EI theta b. So it will be 120 plus 2 by 3 into 57.6. That will be 158.4. Okay, so you have all the moments. Now you can draw the bending moment diagram. So you find first the freely supported bending moment at midspan of segment BC. Freely supported maximum bending moment at mid span of segment BC will be equal to W L square by 8. So that will be 40 into 6 square by 8. So that will be 180. Okay, that means this is B, this is C, and it is loaded with 40 kilonewton per meter, 6 meter is the length. So the bending moment diagram will be a parabolic with maximum value at mid span, that is 180 kilonewton meter. 0, 0, this is positive. This is freely supported bending moment. Bending moment diagram for segment BC. So now let us draw the moment diagram. The bending moment at A is 0, so it is 0 here. At B it is 43.2 clockwise, so it is clockwise here 43.2. At B this is minus 43.2, that means it is acting anti-clockwise. So 3.2. Also you can note that this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise, so some of the moments at P equals to 0, which we have applied the so the equilibrium condition which we have applied is also satisfied. And here it is clockwise 158.4. okay, so just note down these values, this will help you to draw the bending moment diagram. Now this is clockwise 43, so this will be somewhere here 43.2. okay, because this will tend to move the member AB on outside, and this will be hogging moment. This is minus, then this will cause the member to move up. This is also causing the hogging moment, so here also this will be 43 point. 43.2, and here this will be 58 point 158.4. Just join this linearly and then superimpose this freely supported bending moment. That is 180. So actually it is 180 from this point, so you can find the positive moment at the mid span. That will be this value. So this will be 180 minus, you take the average of these two, that will be 158.4 minus 43.2 plus 43.2 by 2. So that will be 180 minus 158.4 plus 43.2 by 2, 79.2. So this is 79.2. So you can write here this moment, this is 79.2 kilonewton meter. Okay. So this will be your positive, negative, negative. So this is your bending moment diagram. Okay, so this was about non-sway frames. If you have any doubt, we can discuss now related to non-sway frames. Okay, now we will move to sway frames. So the next topic is sway frames. Okay, that means this is the second case which we are going to discuss. That is frames with side without side restraint. Or simply now we will discuss this second case. We have discussed frames without side sway. Now we will discuss frames with side sway, or simply sway frames. Frames with side sway, that is sway frames. Now, in case of sway frames, these frames deform laterally due to the unsymmetry in either geometry, loading, its cross section, or its material property or boundary condition. So, these are the frames which deform laterally due to unsymmetry either in terms of geometry. Geometry means its shape, its cross section, that means I, its material properties, that is E, or in terms of its boundary condition, that means its support. And in terms of loading, now here we will assume that the axial deformations are neglected. So while discussing these frames with side sway, our assumptions will be axial deformations are neglected. So by making this assumption, we ensure that sway on left side equals to the sway on the right side, and we call this as simply delta, that is this sway. To understand this, consider a frame. Okay, it is fixed here and fixed here. So this is A, B, C and D. Now here we can see that this frame is unsymmetric in terms of its geometry. So this is unsymmetric frame. Okay, so this implies it will undergo sway. So this is a sway frame. Now let this frame be loaded with a UDL of intensity W. Now this frame will tend to sway from right to left because uh, this member is flexible member. So this frame will sway towards the left. Okay. So here, uh, since we are assuming that the axial deformations are neglected, so this, if this is delta B and this is delta C, so they both will be equal to delta, because we are assuming that the axial deformations are neglected. So this beam will not deform axially. So whatever the deformation on the left side, same deformation will be there on the right side. And the sign convention here will be the same we have assumed at the beginning of this topic, that is deflection of the upper end towards the right relative to the lower end is positive. So that means from left to right it is positive. So left to right is positive and right to left is negative. So sign conventions will be, let us assume that forces from, even the deformations, forces and deformations from left to right that means this way. This is positive. So now because of this sway, there is one extra unknown. So here the unknowns will be theta B, theta C and this delta. This delta is also unknown. So here we have three unknowns, but the available conditions with us are, available equilibrium conditions are one, that is summation one available condition is summation of moments at b equals to 0, and another is summation of moments at c equal to 0. So we require one more additional condition uh, to find this sway force, okay, or this sway. So for that, to derive this additional condition, so let us say this be MAB, this be MBA, this be MBC, this be MCB, this be MCD, and this be MDC. Okay, and let the horizontal reaction at A be HA, and the horizontal reaction at D be HD. So this is our first case. Let us say this is case 1, because there will be other case as well in which there are some lateral loads present. So your this uh, additional condition will be different for that case. So this is for this particular case only. So whatever the additional condition we are deriving, that is for this case only. So let us take moment taking moment at B. So let us take moment at B. So you will have this HA into, let this height be LAB, this be LAB, length of this member be LAB, length of this member be LCD, and length of this member be LBC. So moment at B will be HA into LAB, HA into LAB. Now this will be in anti-clockwise direction, so minus, then MAB is positive because it is clockwise, plus MAB, plus MBA, this is also we have assumed clockwise, so positive, plus MBA equal to 0. So this implies your HA will be equal to MAB plus MBA upon LAB. Okay, mark this as number 1. Now similarly, let us take moments at C. So taking moment at C, it will be HA into HD into LCD. Again, this is anti-clockwise, so minus HD into LCD, then plus MDC because we have assumed it is clockwise, so positive. MCD is also assumed clockwise, it is positive, so plus MCD plus MDC equal to 0. So again this implies HD is equals to MCD plus MDC by LCD. Mark this as number 2. Okay. Now the additional condition will be summation. See, summation of all the horizontal forces should be equal to 0. Okay. Since the frame is in equilibrium in horizontal direction, so summation of all the horizontal forces should be equal to 0. So now apply equilibrium condition. So apply equilibrium condition, that is summation of all the horizontal forces equal to 0. So this implies here the horizontal forces are HA and HD. So sum of HA plus HD should be equal to 0. So the additional condition for this particular case is it will be MAB plus MBA divided by LAB plus MCD plus MDC divided by LCD. This should be equal to 0. Equal to 0. Okay, so this is the additional equilibrium condition for sway frame case 1. So this is the additional condition or additional equilibrium condition for sway frame case 1. This is for this particular case 1. Okay. Now let us take another case in which some lateral load is present. However, the concept of formulating the additional equilibrium condition for sway will be the same. We have to take the summation of all the horizontal forces equals to 0, and we formulate all the horizontal forces in terms of moments at different joints. Case 2. let this be A, B, C and D. Now in this case, let us say we have a horizontal load at B, point load at B. Okay, simply let us now because of this horizontal force P, this frame will sway towards the right. Okay, this force, because of this force, the frame will sway towards the right. So let this be delta. Here again we are assuming the axial deformations are neglected in beam in member PC. So this will be same. Okay. Now again let us say this is MAB, this be MBA, this be MBC, this be MCB, this be MCD, and this be MDC. Okay, and let this length be LAB, this be LBC, this be LCD. Let the horizontal reaction at A be HA, the horizontal reaction at D be HD. So here the frame is unsymmetric as well as lateral load is present. Lateral load is present. So this implies the frame is sway frame. So let us formulate the additional condition for the sway. So again taking moments at B. So if you take moment at B, so it will be HA into LAB, HA into LAB. This will cause anti-clockwise moment, so minus, plus MAB, it is assumed in clockwise direction, so positive. MBA, it is also clockwise, assumed clockwise, so positive, plus MAB plus MBA equal to 0. So this implies HA is equals to MAB plus MBA divided by LAB. Mark this as number 1. Similarly, let us take moment at C. Taking moment at C, so it will be minus HD into LCD plus MCD plus MDC equal to 0. this implies HD equals to MCD plus MDC divided by LCD. Mark this as number 2. Okay. Now we apply the equilibrium condition. Apply equilibrium condition, that is summation of all the horizontal forces equals to 0. This implies HA plus HD plus, this time there is horizontal force present, horizontal external force is also present, that is P. So plus P equals to 0. So now what is HA? HA is MAB plus MBA by LAB. HD is MCD plus MDC by LCD. You have the value of MAB, MBA, MCD, MDC from the formulated slope deflection equations for all these moments. So you can have an additional condition which will be, that is MAB plus MBA divided by LAB plus MCD plus MDC by LCD plus P equal to 0. Okay, so this is the additional condition for the second case. Additional equilibrium condition for sway frame case 2. Okay, so for this case, the additional equilibrium condition will be in this form. Now let us take another case. Third case, in which the lateral load is present at some distance from the joint B, at some distance from joint B. this time this force is acting here, and let this distance from B be A. So here, same as earlier, this frame is unsymmetric frame. Okay, and lateral load is present. So this implies it is a sway frame. So now let us formulate the additional condition for this case. Same as earlier, taking moment at B, we will have minus HA into LAB okay, HA into LAB plus MAB plus MBA. Now this P into A will also cause anti-clockwise moment, so minus P into A, this should be equal to 0. So HA will be equal to MAB plus MBA divided by LAB plus minus P into A by LAB. Okay, mark this as number 1. Then second, taking moment at C, so it will be minus HD into LCD plus MCD plus MDC equal to 0. So therefore, you can write HC is equals to MCD plus MDC divided by LCD. Mark this as number 2. So now we apply the equilibrium condition. Apply equilibrium condition, that is summation of horizontal forces equal to 0. So this implies HA plus HD plus P equal to 0. Now what is HA? HA is MAB plus MBA divided by LAB minus P into A divided by LAB plus this term, that is MCD plus MDC divided by LCD plus P equal to 0. So this is additional condition for the third case. Additional equilibrium condition for sway frame case 3. Okay, let us take one more case and then I will give you one task. Case 4. Okay, now this time this frame is subjected to a UDL on segment CD. Let the intensity of this be W. Now because of this UDL, this frame will tend to sway towards the left. So this frame will sway towards the right because of this horizontal uniformly distributed load. This is delta. This is delta. This is MCD and this point is C. Okay, so again this frame is unsymmetric frame as well as there is lateral load present. So unsymmetric as well as lateral load, and we can also add no lateral restraint, no lateral restraint. So this implies this is a sway frame. No lateral restraint, no lateral restraint. And here also no lateral restraint. So let us formulate the additional condition, taking moment at B, so it will be minus HD to HA minus HA into LAB plus MAB plus MAB plus MBA equal to 0. So this implies HA is equals to MAB plus MBA whole divided by LAB. Mark this as number 1. Second, taking moment at C, that will be minus HB into LCD plus MCD plus MDC. Now, in addition to this, here, because of this UDL will rotate, will cause clockwise moment at C. So it will be W into LCD plus W into LCD LCD into LCD by 2. This equal to 0. Okay, so you can write HT is equals to MCD plus MDC divided by LCD minus this term, that is W into LCD by 2 equal to 0. Okay, mark this as number 2. So now we can apply the equilibrium condition. Apply equilibrium condition, that is summation of horizontal forces equals to 0. Therefore HA plus HD minus W into LCD equal to 0, because this UDL is acting from right to left, so it is negative. So now substituting the values of HA and HD, it will be MAB plus MBA divided by LAB plus MCD plus MDC divided by LCD minus W minus WLCD by 2 minus WLCD. So this will be a positive moment. This will be positive moment. It is plus. Okay. Uh, WLCD by 2 minus WLCD. So it will be minus WLCD by 2. LCD minus, so simply it will be minus W times LCD by 2 equal to 0. This is plus WLCD by 2 minus WLCD, so it will be minus WLCD. So this is your equilibrium, additional equilibrium condition for this case. Additional equilibrium condition for non-sway frame case 4. Now let us say I give a task to you. Formulate additional equilibrium condition for sway frame This time we have a horizontal load P which is acting at a distance A from support B. So both UDL on member CD and a point load at a distance A from support B on member AB are present. So this is the case 4 which you have to case 5 which you have to formulate the uh, for which you have to formulate the additional equilibrium condition. This exercise will help you formulate the additional equilibrium conditions which will be using for the non-sway frames. So we stop here. If you have any doubt, we can discuss now. And in the next class, we'll take an example of a non-sway frame and analyze it. Uh, analyze the non-sway frame. Okay. So any doubt in this?